What's going on? How y'all doing this morning? How you doing? This video gonna be about Shaquille O'Neal saying that the NBA players today complain too much, and I agree 100%. And most of the time with Shaq, I do agree with what he says, especially when he's not being, the TNT commentator, but when he's just raw and uncut Shaq. Remember when he said that about Scottie Pippen, and I quote, "I'm the bridge and he's water. He gotta go through me." And I love that line. And that's the Shaq that I dig when he gives up them lines that is true. He remember early in the year when he called Donovan Mitchell, said, "You're not a superstar." Said it to his face, man to man. He speaks truth about that because he's been at the highest of levels that you can be. Let's be realistic. Shaq is one of the greatest players ever, period. I know they'll say the most dominant ever, and they always just use his size. But the guy is straight out one of the greatest ever. High tier. Okay. He's in my top 3 ever. And for the record, I will still take Shaquille O'Neal over LeBron James. I know that's not popular to say, but I will. Because believe me, if Shaq had the kind of situation LeBron did, where the NBA was a soft and you were able to go through as many chances, well, Shaq might have a ring on both fingers easily. He almost does. But anyway, yeah, these players are soft. They don't stand up for their coaches. They don't stand up for nothing. They just want to be on social media, get a lot of likes and what have you. And you don't see a lot of dedication. There's some whack teams, and they play like they just soft and they're just going through the motions. It really does. And you get all this. I don't have a problem with so-called super teams. I mean, the NBA is a plantation anyway, so if you can do it, but will you sacrifice your loot to join up? But when you join up with somebody, you gotta ball out. You can't be all, stuck like butter that ain't broke. You gotta soften up and be able to spread on that toast. So a lot of these, I see a lot of these situations. Let's be realistic. There are too many whack teams in the NBA. They need to condense that and the season. You know, I don't care for Adam Silver at all. So that's where I would disagree with Shaq on. I never did care for David Stern. Rest in peace. But I like what ended up happening for the players to get more money. But it's always a plantation to me. If you 18, you want to play ball, play ball. They need to have more black general managers, head coaches, and ownership besides Michael Jordan. And they need to be able to protect themselves. But when you got players complaining about any little thing, it waters the game down, and it has hurt the product. It has hurt the product. And a lot of these guys got all kinds of terms. And I'm sorry, when you watch basketball from the 80s and the 90s, you're not tolerating a lot of the softery that you see. Even the early OOs had some, but it started to water down in the 90s. But still, it's a lot of crying and aching over nothing. A lot of flopping, rolling, traveling. I mean, it's like watching a circus a lot of times, and that's what the NBA wants. So, but I agree with him. A lot of these players just say things that don't really have much relevance. What they need to be talking about, they ain't. Please give me your thoughts and takes about Shaq saying that today's NBA players complain too much. Do you agree, disagree? I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and I just want to see a level of balance. I think you got some great talent out there, but you got a lot of acting. But I always do say the NBA stands for Negroes be acting, and you see a lot of actors out there as opposed to guys that are playing the ball for the love of the game. I'm out.